Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to the Creating My Reality in 100 Day Sprint that I'm documenting on this YouTube channel. In this video, we're going to be diving into day 10, 11, and 12, and especially what I did over the weekend and yesterday, and also just going to be showing you and talking about some of the lessons that I've learned over the past week, which have really come into play when it comes to developing a strong mindset, strong foundations, and also just some strategies and tactics that I've learned when it comes to things like high ticket sales, which is something that I'm doing right now. So let's dive straight into this. First of all, day 10, we woke up at 5:24 in the morning. I won't lie, my body is kind of adjusted to wake up either between 4:44 to 5:55 now. First thing we did is get into a meditation, and then you can see today was actually more of a chilled out day. I actually just went to the gym instead and just spent the rest of the day kind of resetting from the sales week. First thing we did for legs is we got into some leg extensions to kind of warm up the quads and just get some blood flowing into the legs. Then you can see here I've got some I've got some Kano on, so we had some Kano blasting through my AirPods, and we got into some hack squats. Hack squats for me is like something that I really want to be working on, especially because I know it's going to add a ton of strength. You can see here I added around, I think it was about 100 kg. I can't count, man. I had like 40 kg, 55 kg on either side, so yeah, more like 110 on the hack squat. I probably could go heavier than this, but honestly I don't really like going too heavy with legs, just because I don't want to mash up my like tendons and stuff like that, because I still want to remain like springy on my feet and like be able to move a bit quick when it comes to things like boxing whenever I do get back into that. But you can see here we got into some barbell squats as well, and then I did miss out a few other movements. I know after this I got into some RDLs, and then straight after the RDLs we got into some seated hamstring curls. So seated hamstring curls, I kind of use that as a finisher movement just on the machine, just to kind of get out like the last few reps for the hamstrings. And then I believe after this we did get into some calves as well. Now I didn't record calves just because it was a bit of an awkward angle to record in the gym, but just know that we got that done. I believe I banged out like 5 sets on that or something crazy, like proper heavy weight as well. And then that was pretty much it for Saturday. And then you'll see on Sunday, basically I didn't record anything. So Sunday for me was once again like a chilled out day, but also just preparing for the next week in sales. And for me on Sunday, I actually did go to the gym again. I banged out arms and shoulders on that day. I'll probably put in a few clips over this as well. But then you'll also see on like Monday, once again woke up at 4:44, but I didn't really document too much of my day, apart from the fact that I actually just kind of recorded like myself just doing some of my outbound work for my sales role. Now I want to dive into two different concepts in this video. Okay, so number one that I'm going to be talking about is tuning into kind of your reasons why on your vision. And your reasons why are your driving force for why you're doing something. Okay, now if you don't have a strong reason why, then you could write out the most like beautiful vision ever, but if you don't have a strong reason to do that, then you're not going to get after that, right? It's like when you wake up in the morning, half of you are probably snoozing your alarms that are watching this right now. Half of you probably don't even set alarms in the morning. And the reason why is because you don't have a reason why. Okay, imagine this, like, this is a good analogy. If you knew that you had to catch a flight tomorrow morning, would you wake up on time? Yes, because you know that you'd miss that flight. And that's a reason for why you're waking up at that time. Now, for those of you guys who are like, telling yourselves, I want to wake up early, I want to get in the gym, I want to start working on my business, I want to start getting into high ticket sales. The reason why you're not doing certain things is because you don't even know why you're doing it. It's as simple as that. So one thing I really learned this week was kind of just getting real clear on my reasons why for why I'm in a sales role. Because originally, I'll be really honest with you, it was just kind of for money. But then I realized like, this can go super deep. And through the help of my mindset coach, Rhett, if you know that guy, basically I'll pop him up like somewhere over the screen or like in the description. But on Monday, like we had a real good chat about sales and kind of how sales can lead into so many different things. He mentioned to read the book Super Connector, which is something I actually started today. So I'll be making a video on that as soon as I'm completed with it. And like I really realized that with sales, there's so many different avenues that you can go down. It's not just about making a bit of money up front, but it's also a case of like you can really network your way around certain industries. If you become the top dog in a certain industry in a sales role, then you almost become of value to anyone else within that industry. But also, like, let's say you're selling for like an info product, you can take your skills from one info product as a salesperson and take that to another info product as a salesperson and literally transfer those skills and make sure that you never go hungry, right? And that's kind of like the mindset and beliefs that have been instilled into me by my coach, which is I'm like super grateful for that guy, man. And I realized like, yo, there's such a big like long term play with this. Like this can lead into like me building out sales teams, me building out acquisition systems for entire businesses that are, you know, doing multiple like seven, eight, like yeah, 8 figures. Like this can really go far. So I realized like right now for me, my big reason why is really just to kind of like put the deposits in the bank, learn the skills, okay, like set aside, you know, making a ton of money right now. Like, you know, like sales, you can make a lot of good money with it, but you got to realize like it's a long-term game. A lot of people are trying to start an agency or trying to like get into high ticket sales just to get some quick cash through the door. But the reason why they're doing that is they're also operating from a position of fear, they're operating from a position of lack. And when you operate from a position of abundance and you truly see the long-term vision, right, then you can really see like how far you can take things. And you'll also realize that you'll turn up with a lot more of a different energy every single day when you come from a position of giving to people rather than actually just being on a call just to get some quick cash in your bank account, right? There's a big difference with that. So that leads me on to my second thing, which is taking control of the controllables. Now, every single day, like there's going to be certain external circumstances that happen or occur that make you moving towards your goals slightly more inconvenient. Let's say, like, for example, you have like a family holiday. Let's say, for example, you have a friend that comes over and, you know, you end up like almost getting like sucked into like certain things. Well, it's down to you to take control of the controllables and make sure that you're hitting your actions every single day that you know that you should be hitting. And that's what I realized for this 100-day sprint as well, is every single day I'm hitting my actions. Like I'm not missing a thing. Okay, now for most people, they just kind of stop when it becomes inconvenient, and then they'll never truly like replace and truly build real habits because they just stop every like 2 weeks. They just stop. For example, if you think back to the start of this year, can you even remember your New Year's resolution? Probably not, right? And what I realized more so with the sales side and the tactics and stuff like that, I realized, look, well, as a closer, I must have my calendar always full. I must be having conversations all the time, okay, in order for me to, number one, make more money, number two, give to more people, number three, just overall build more connections, right? Have more conversations. So I realized for me that if my calendar's not full from inbound leads, then I should be taking care of my calendar by approaching old leads in the pipeline, by, you know, sending out outbound messages to those people, building out different connections. And you'll be really surprised by just sending out like 10 to 20 personalized videos every single day to people who are, you know, either like old leads in the pipeline or people who are, you know, in the industry who you can see and like qualify externally that they'd be a good fit for the role, or like not a good fit for the role, but like a good fit for whatever you're selling. Like if you can like reach out to them every day with a high energy personalized video, you'll be so surprised by how many people aren't given a platform to talk about their goals, aren't given a platform to talk to someone who can truly serve them and help them steer their trajectory of their life in a way in which they want to go, right? And what I'm talking about is when you're on a sales call, you're almost coaching people, right? And when you reach out to people as well with a highly energized, personalized message, you're showing that you actually care about people as well. A lot of people, even their own friends, don't even care about them, which is, you know, it's not really surprising, but I guess it's kind of like the way that a lot of people are. So that's like one of the big things I've learned. Honestly, like I'm just kind of talking like from my mind right now and kind of what I've been learning over the past week. But those two things, tune into your reasons why. If you find yourself like either falling slightly stagnant, either just feeling a little bit lost in the next directions of your kind of life and where you're going, look outside of just what you want. Look at what, you know, you could be creating for the people around you to serve the world and serve the people around you as well on a much deeper level, on a much longer time scale as well. Then especially for you guys starting out that are just looking to get some quick wins and get some cash in the bank, right? Like operate from abundance. Like know there's so much more opportunity than just making 10 grand a month, which is what most people are trying to do. And then second thing, like I said, take control of the controllable. Show up every day as your higher self, regardless of the external circumstances that are getting in the way, regardless of whatever makes it super inconvenient for you to actually hit your goals. make sure you just hit your actions every single day. Just doing that will instill the confidence into yourself and allow you to operate from a heightened state of frequency in order to show up every single day and produce even better results for yourself and serve others on a much higher level as well. So that's like my little TED talk for today. That's kind of like the lessons that I've learned this week. I'm going to be diving deeper into a lot of this. I'll probably make its own dedicated videos to this stuff. Right now I'm still mastering certain things, and I just know like the trajectory that I'm heading in as well. You'll see it on this YouTube channel, man. Like, everything compounds over time. Yeah, that's literally it. So that's the last few days. You'll see me in the next video.